the children are trying to engage my wife, you know what I tell them? I say, people should leave my wife for me. Oh. I even thinking or negative thing concerning your spouse is prayer.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You know, these days, marriage, a lot of things on social media paint marriage as a very, very terrible institution, as something that, you know, it should be dreaded. People no longer post the beautiful side of marriage. So this is what really inspired us, made us say that, oh, we believe marriage is a beautiful thing, and we know there are people out there who also believe the same thing. But when you believe in something and you are seeing otherwise, before you know it, that thing you believe in self, you start seeing that I beg you. So that is what really spurred us into starting this channel.
Yeah, before your next question,
right,
what
sir.
you just said now reminds me of, you know, before I met my wife, there was one particular year I was reading about goal setting for a new year.
Okay.
I saw in that book how people make financial goals for a new year, you know, business goals and all of that. And I also saw you can make marital goals. There and then, I wrote it in white and black, the kind of woman I want to marry when I've not met one. The kind of children I want to raise when I was not yet married. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yes, sir.
So now, when you don't have a goal in any matters of life, you are like a goat. You wander anywhere, anyhow, to, you know, are you getting what I'm saying? You can see a goat walking all the way from Sokoto to Lagos.
Yes.
No direction. So if you don't have a goal, you don't have a dream, you don't have your personal conviction about marriages, you might not easily get it right. I remember growing up also, I've seen couples fight so much more that the landlord will be coming to settle conflict every now and then. But because I have a goal, I told myself it can be done better than this. We've seen our parents' homes, live with them, we see some conflict. We have to build on what we saw them do, making it better. If you're accusing your father, he's not doing well, he's not trying, that means you are telling yourself you have to set a standard. So these are the things we all had before we came into marriage. We had it. So the truth is, life is either you consciously prepare for it or you unconsciously prepare for it. So a lot of people don't have goals, they don't have personal conviction about marriages. So they just find themselves in the marriage anyhow. Maybe by unwanted pregnancy. That's why we have to be mindful on how we carry ourselves, especially when we are in a relationship. Because if you end up in a marriage that you did not prepare for, that means you should be prepared for anything that comes out of it. When you marry somebody who you don't truly love, maybe you were playing a game and eventually you have told yourself, I don't want to have children out there. You manage to marry the woman or the man because you have issues for yourself. You have not prepared for that marriage. So anything can happen. So we personally had my own goal about homes before ever. In fact, I told myself I was going to be married in that goal before I am 30 years old. And as God will have it, I got married at the age of 28 years.
Wow.
Are you getting it now about goal setting? I was advising some, you know, couples in a wedding reception that I was made chairman. I said, aside from the counseling you've heard during your counseling section, the good things you have seen about homes and all of that, both of you must have your personal conviction about how you want your home to be. If you don't have that, when the other challenges of homes comes, it will come. Everybody will have their challenges. The Bible says temptation will come. But he said he will not give us the one that we cannot bear. So every home have their own trials. Just like I was saying earlier, not all homes started toxically. They started well, love and all of that, everything was there. But when the little challenges, which they have not built muscle, even before marriage, comes, they won't be able to stand it. So you must have your personal conviction about home. You hear men says, woman is a necessary evil. Come off it. You call yourself, your wife, an evil? That's a prayer. So when you get to that home, be expecting evil. Even the ones you don't say out, you will saw in the Bible where the woman of the issue of blood said in her heart that if I may but touch the hem of his garment, I will be made whole. She didn't pray it out. But yet, she resolved it in her heart. Even thinking negative thing concerning your spouse is prayer. So you must resolve in your mind, in your heart, that this home is going to work. Then you work it. You cultivate it. You put in your own aspect, your own quarter. Every day, every time. You pray about the home. You have knowledge about how to raise children, how to relate with the opposite partner. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yes, sir.
You know when you should talk to your wife. You know when you should let her be. These are things we need to learn. There are times you ask your wife, what's happening? Say nothing. What's happening is nothing. And you can see on her face written that there's something. That moment she doesn't want to talk, let her be. Watch her from a distance. Are you getting what I'm saying? These are some things you need to learn. When there is mood swing, it's not only pregnant women that have mood swings. The ones that are not pregnant, even men too have mood swings. When there are pressure around the man, you need to study your man too. When your man is into so many pressures that is more than your aim, it can make him behave abnormal. So these are the things people need to learn. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yes, sir.
So you must be prepared for the home that you want to see. You must have dreams and aspirations about home. So when you come in, even when your partner is not aligning, you find a way to make him or her fall in line with your dream about your home. You might not necessarily quote the dream to her, him or her, but you just see yourself, challenging the affairs one way or the other to make it happen the way you have seen it.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
More wisdom, sir.
Amen.
More grace, sir. This has been a very hot session. So, sir, the next question I have for you is, or the other question I have for you is, after you got married and then children came, did anything change? If things changed, how did you manage it? How were you and your wife able to still create time for each other without, some people, they'll say once they start having children, oh, my focus is my children. The wife will say, oh, just my children. The husband will say, I better come off marriage. Where are my children? So how did you stay intentional? Because off camera, when we got here, pardon me, but I heard you calling your wife a sweet name. You called her Omoge. That is lovely. After 5 children. So how did you stay intentional with each other? How did you stay connected to each other, sir?
Yeah, what's a very good question. Honestly, I can't really say something as different has really changed.
Okay.
Because we are still very young in marriage. We are just 13 years.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yes, sir.
And when we start having children, I think I can say there's nothing too different that has changed, because like you rightly said, I have, in fact, one of the names that my wife bears, I gave her a Yoruba name, Oluwanifemi. Like I told you, she's from South.
Yeah.
I gave her that name, Oluwanifemi. So I see her as somebody that God loves me. That's why God brought her to me. Now you get what I'm saying? And that's my focus. Whether children are in or children. In fact, humorously, when the children are trying to engage my wife, you know what I tell them? I said, you people should leave my wife for me. Oh. I knew her before you people knew. True. So you intentionally maintain that, intimacy. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yes, sir.
At times when I come in, maybe from work or from your pastoral engagement, the first thing you hear me, where is my wife? I still call her my wife. And
Mommy, this.
It is the people out there that help us to call us by the names of our children. I call her Ife. I call her Omoge. Those are, in fact, I can't remember calling her by her name once. Are you getting it now? I can't remember using her name to call her. It's either the Ife or Omoge. Are you getting what I'm saying? In fact, I mostly say that, okay, now that she has, finished the children business, I used to tell people that she's my girlfriend. Yes. She's my girlfriend. We are starting all over again. Yeah. Are you getting as boyfriend and girlfriend? Yeah. When you call the wife husband thing, it looks oldish in the world. But now she's my girlfriend. You can see how radiant she is looking. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is what I intentionally do. My wife from time to time, my children, people should allow me to talk to my wife now. And the children will tell me back and say, she's a wife, but she's also our mother. As they are fighting their own, I'm also fighting my own too. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So there is nothing different, and because one of the reasons is this: we do virtually everything together. We serve God together. And I think that's one of the things that, bring us closer. She was of the Redeemed Church before. I married her from Redeemed Church. And I think she's in her own wisdom, while we're preparing to, get married, I worship with the Winners Chapel. She went to the Bible school of the Winners while she was preparing for marriage. Because I know she know that she's coming to this family to start up, with the denomination I'm worshiping with. And that's one of those things that bring issues in homes, when a couple don't listen to the same doctrine. If they don't listen to the same doctrine, they don't, go to the same church. It affects a lot. If I'm listening to, we believe in so thing, and you are listening to, you believe in another thing, it will bring conflict of interest in the home. So we serve God together. If it is evangelism, we go together. Are you getting what I'm saying now? We are all both workers in the church. So there's nothing like, I'm having a meeting, you have to wait for me. No. While I'm having the meeting, you're also having the meeting. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So more or less, there is no change as such. Are you getting what I'm saying? Except for the fact, maybe when the children need some attention, which as a partner, you should understand that now she needs to attend to the children. After all, what she's giving the children, you don't have it to give to the children. So you have to allow that space. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So not so much difference, because God is renewed the love every day, every now and then, to the glory of God. Thank you.
Amazing. So in the nutshell, you are trying to say that when children came, because both of you were intentional about what you want and how you want to stay as friends, as lovers, as partners, as married man and woman, it didn't really there was no much gap, because we were both intentional that we don't want a gap to occur. So anything that wants to bring in the gap, you feel it in.
As a matter of fact, the children we are talking about belongs to the two of us. So there's no day we even say, look at what your child is doing. No. They are the children of the both of us. She understands. So we are both responsible both to the children and to ourselves. So that alone does not make any difference. If the children come around now, The first, they are jumping in, where's my daddy, where's my mommy? When daddy is not around, they are missing daddy. When mommy is not around, they are missing mommy. It has always been like that, because the love that we share, with ourselves, as split over to the children. So there is no so much difference between your children, there's nothing like that. They are our children, so they shouldn't bring a difference between us as well. Thank you.
Amazing. God bless you, sir. All right, so that brings me to my next question. During your wedding, we know it was way back, but are there things you wished you didn't do? Are there things you wished you did as an individual and as a couple, like when you were doing your wedding budget? Are there things you wish that, okay, if we like, maybe we could have not done this thing and you want to share it to people, and we could have done this thing and you want to share it with our viewers?
Well, to be honest with you, I can't say there's something I didn't want to do or which I will have done, because we did everything according to what God enables us to do. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We did everything as God enables us. We didn't have so much then, but we planned ourselves based on what we have. In fact, I think we gave ourselves some month. We began to save towards that. We told ourselves the truth, that we don't have anybody to run to do this wedding for us. We started saving. She was working, I was also working. She understand we're saving towards her. She was the one keeping the money. When I have this, push it to her, little by little. She drew the budget. The truth is, I didn't even bug my head with the budget, because if I had done that, maybe I wouldn't have done anything. Are you getting what I'm saying now? That's just the truth. We just, like I tell people, I said I just did the wedding blindly. I was just going to a journey that I don't even know. Are you getting what I'm saying now? But then the truth is this: we didn't. If we had much more than we had, we would have done much more than we did. That's just the truth. But we are the people that have learned to be content, learn to cut our coat according to our materials. And that's what we spelled out from the outset. We told ourselves that. In fact, it was even a short notice to our family members, because we told ourselves the truth that even if you give them 6 months, the people that will not turn up to do anything will still not do it, even if it is 1 year that you give them notice. So let's plan based on what we have and what we want to do. But we said everybody that comes to the wedding must eat. That's our priority. I could remember one of our aunties, who was our event planner, was telling us that they will need like 40 tables in the reception. And humorously, I told her, I said, anybody you give our food to, and the person says because there is no table you will not eat, please collect our food back from the person's hand. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Because that was our level as at that time. Because they don't know the truth about wedding. If God blesses you, if you have the money, why not? You can do a wedding of your dream. But the truth is, marriage begins immediately after wedding. Are you getting? There's a lot of things you still have to. You don't finish wedding and you start paying debt. It's not wise. There's a lot of things you still have to do after wedding. So you plan yourself based on what you have. So maybe with that, I can't say there's something I wish to do that I didn't do, because we've had that resolve that we are not going to do more than, because as a matter of fact, we're getting those things based on how we had the resources. We were planning down and down, and she did majorly everything about the planning.